Number 13 is Captain Barbosa. 138 is Alba. 1953 is Mad Flaca. 1980 is Hulka. Number 26 is Tropical Mechanica. Number 265 is Lulazan. Number 27 is Pauli. Number 35 is Coregia. 45 is Maki Lambera. 7 is Reno. Number 8 is Papap. 88 is Sismal. 95 is Manija. And 99 is Chinashki.
And it gives me great pleasure just before we start this game to read you the team for USA Roller Derby. We have number 12, Carmen Getsum, 143 baller shot caller, 1600, and a jar, 18 B Diva, number 3, Satan's Little Helper, 307, Shayna Selson, 314 is Caffeine, number 33, Lacey Knight, 340, Bonnie Thunders, number 4 is Jess Reavers, number 419 is Ceci Beck, 50, Scold Eagle, 68, Sexy Slady, 77, Lauren Munch, who is currently your lead jammer, number 9, Tracy Akers. That is USA Roller Derby, ladies and gentlemen.
Wowza, so we are straight into the action here, folks. As Cherry's just said, we have Lauren Much as your lead jammer. Tropical Mechanica going for the Star Stash to complete that initial pass, is now giving chase to try and shut down this jam. Here as we come into turn 4, Lauren Much frantically calling the jam, picking up 4 points but not calling it off in time before Argentina pick up 2 points.
Yeah, that is a great first jam for both teams, to be honest. Points on the board for Team Argentina. They are going to be pleased with that for sure.
That was a pretty good jam to get started with.
What did you say, love?
Said that was a pretty good jam to get started with.
You can't really ask for much more really. Points on the board for everybody. And as I said, Argentina are going to want to be getting as many points as they can. I do not want to predict a win because it's really not my place to do so, but I'm going to say that Argentina are going to be wanting to get as many points on the board as possible. So if there is a defeat, they've still got a great points differentiation to take them into the next part of this tournament.
Absolutely. Argentina, of course, had a phenomenal day yesterday, playing some incredible games and taking some really big wins. And right now, they're doing a phenomenal job of holding Bonnie Thunders at the front of the pack as she's still trying to complete that initial pass. Over 40 seconds into the jam, just now completing that initial pass.
I think this might be the longest I've ever seen Bonnie Thunders not get lead jammer. I had the absolute pleasure of calling for the Wales-USA game just a few hours ago. And some of their jammers, despite Wales's best efforts, were absolutely getting through in like 2 or 3 seconds. So props to Argentina for holding back Bonnie Thunders, one of the world's best jammers, for as long as they have done.
Absolutely.
I give them a clap.
So that was Bonnie Thunders picking up the 5-point pass and calling off the jam. Reja unable to complete an initial pass. Next up to jam for Argentina, we have number 265, Lulazan, against number 3, Satan's Little Helper for USA Roller Derby.
It looks to me that this is exactly the same team that USA Roller Derby put out against Team Wales just a couple of hours ago. I don't know whether this is tactical, like one team play for a day, another team play another, because there's still some great players that we have not seen so much on the track today.
Absolutely, we've got Satan's Little Helper is your lead jammer. That's 3 in a row. Oh, beautiful work.
Lulazan, lovely work there, recycling Satan's Little Helper. I think for a few seconds nobody realised she was the jammer, so it's like, all right, she'll be out of play in a minute. If she's got that helmet cover in her hand, she can, in theory, do more things as she likes. And we are just under the 5 minutes into this game. USA roller derby with 15, Argentina with 2. Again, I'm going to hedge my bets and say that Argentina are going to be pretty happy with this start that they have. It looks like we have had an illegal procedure for one of Team Argentina having a sit down in the penalty box. Luckily, we've got a fantastic crew of officials who have been doing hand signals at us. All clean, all the correct hand signals, nothing naughty. That's for the after party.
The after party, which is, by the way, if you're not yet here this weekend, the wristbands for the after party are sold out.
You can buy one from me for £100. I'm absolutely joking. I'm not selling that for anything. I cannot wait to have a party with some of these amazing skaters.
Somebody who's being reasonably amazing right now, I'm being polite. Scold Eagle straight through the pack, picking up lead jammer before she had even passed that pivot line. And we've now got Mad Flacker fighting at the back of the pack as we have Scold Eagle picking up that natural Grand Slam pass. Scold Eagle up again for another scoring pass, throwing herself straight into things there and emerging victorious through the pack. Meanwhile, we have had a star pass, Cherry. We've now got number 95, Manija, in possession of the star and has completed an initial pass.
So whilst I applaud Manika for her star pass, for that star grab, I applaud you for that fantastic pronunciation of her name. I know some of our fellow announcers have not quite got it right this weekend, but honestly, we are working on them so hard. We really do want to get your names out across because you're so proud to skate under them.
Absolutely, that was a massive hit there from Sarelson, taking Manija off on the outside. She nearly come through and completed a scoring pass coming into turn 4. Huge, well-landed shoulder check. Took her off her skates.
You've got to love a hit from Sarelson. She doesn't even look like, you know when she's just like not bothered, like boof, oh sorry Jammer, was that you?
Yeah. Ain't no thing. Scold Eagle now getting stuck behind that tripod wall from Argentina. That's points on the board for both teams in that last scoring pass.
So we see Team Argentina with 6. We see USA Roller Derby with 34. Again, really low score for such for the expectations perhaps that people have of USA Roller Derby, that every game is just going to be like bang, 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 mega points.
Absolutely. This next jam brought to you by Sisu Mouthguards, the official mouthguard of the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup. Beautiful recycle there of number 77, Lauren Much, going for the outside line of turn 1, shut down and taken back. Quick recovery sees Lauren through for that score, for that initial pass and that lead jammer.
Status?
Yes, thank you. I'm like, declaration?
Oh, declaration's a much better word. Let's use that from now on.
Yeah. Much taken off and recycled, coming around for that scoring pass by Maki Lombera. Picked up 3 points and made the decision to call off the jam. Interesting tactics we're seeing USA running at the moment, because they've got the options, they've got the control potentially to just keep lapping, but they're choosing not to.
Do we think that maybe this is, obviously we are literally speculating, is this perhaps a tactic that they're thinking that in other games they might need to use them or hit it and quit it, so they're using this as a bit of a warm-up? Or maybe it's just their tactic for today, just because they probably haven't played against Argentina that often. So seeing what works.
So we don't have a lead jammer, as that was a no pass, no penalty, but number 7, Rejo, is your foremost jammer and is at the moment the only jammer that has completed before I'm even able to finish my sentence.
As if Bonnie Thunder's cut your sentence off. How dare she? But are the Argentinian fans, very much like the Welsh fans were a few hours ago, my apologies, absolutely loving it and giving their team so much support, even if there aren't points on the board, but for great play and for digging in and doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely. We did also just get another look at why that was the no pass, no penalty, as Reja came out of the pack. Was taken off by a blocker who then went off as well, came back on, so there wasn't the full legal pass.
Good watching, good eyes.
I've got spectacles. Yeah.
You're using them well.
Yeah,
And wearing them well, may I say.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
So, folks, we are in an official timeout at the moment. Looks like a penalty was issued towards the end of the previous jam. So when we get back into the next jam, it's going to start with a pack advantage for USA with 2 Argentinian blockers in the box.
USA on the track there. When you've got the likes of V-Diva and Sexy Slady, they look like they are dominating the whole track. Some of these jammers from Argentina are a little bit on the shorter side, still as full as energy and skill and strength, but going up against that wall is tough.
So Satan's Little Helper picking up a forearms penalty there as she came out of the pack. There was only those 2 Argentinian blockers to pass. That means Lula Zan, still in the pack, has the potential. I'm going to correct myself as I can see that there is a star cover.
I know, right?
In a hand.
So
huge hit there. Everybody hitting the deck.
I really hope you guys at home can hear this noise because it is fantastic. So Lulu Zen had the start and she was through the pack, not out, after receiving many hits from those amazing USA blockers, and the crowd went flipping bananas.
So both jammers now out of the pack. Lula Zane is scoring, and this is the first scoring pass for Satan's Little Helper.
Oh, fantastic footwork there from Lulu Zen, trying to coast around the outside. And some fantastic offense coming in now from Argentina, but will she be able to break through for a few more points on the Argentinian scoreboard?
That's some incredible offense being displayed from 1953 Mad Flaca.
Oh, she is one to watch for sure.
Clockwise block being issued to Shinaski. And we've got a 4-point pass on the board for Satan's Little Helper. Coming into the final seconds of this jam. So that's going to be a 5-point Grand Slam issued to Lulazan in the that final pass. Let's take another look at this. Some big hits being thrown, blockers returning to the track, and there was that massive hit and that pile up coming into turn 2, my apologies. So we are just over 10 minutes into this first half. We've got Argentina on 17 points, USA Roller Derby on 46. As you mentioned before, very low scoring game so far.
Very low scoring game. As you said before, is this a tactic that USA Roller Derby are doing? Short hit it and quit it style?
So if that's the case, this isn't going to be particularly comfortable territory for USA. We just had that full 2-minute jam from a penalty issue, and we've got another 2-minute jam now. Scald Eagle made it out of the pack first, no pass, no penalty, and number 95, Maniha, took the helmet cover off.
It's literally gone chaotically crazy in here, because you do not see it very often that Scald Eagle has to battle with another jammer. It's just stuff that this is the things you come to the Roller Derby World Cup to look at with your own eyes and ears and things.
Absolutely. Scald Eagle picking up a 3-point pass on that last turnaround, the no pass, no penalty signalled by her jammer ref. We've got Maniha struggling just a little bit on this tripod wall. However, Scald Eagle struggling with the tripod wall of her own.
You do not see that very often, hun. We're so casual.
Pal.
Scald Eagle looking over to her bench and looking a little bit like, can I get out of this jam now? Can we go home?
cutting.
But I've said it once, I'll say it again about Gold Eagle. I love the way she checks in with her bench. She is clever, she's calculated.
Yes.
Love it.
So we are now in a power jam in favour of USA Roller Derby. Manija picking up a cutting penalty, trying to come around the outside of turn 1. Gold Eagle completing another scoring pass before that final whistle as the jam ran to its full conclusion.
But we did have points for both teams in that jam, which is lovely to hear.
So some of that big contact there where Gold Eagle took some big hits and really struggled to get through there, and that was the star pass that we saw as well. So we are in a team timeout as called by USA Roller Derby. This team timeout brought to you by S1 Lifer helmets. Best fit plus best protection equals made for Roller Derby. Get a lifer, be a lifer. S1, the official helmet of the Roller Derby World Cup 2018.
There is a lot of love in this room for Argentina. The timeout is still going on. It looks like Team Roller Derby's bench coach WTF, they are still in the middle of the track having a discussion with our fantastic officials crew. We will bring you any information on that as soon as we have it.
Absolutely. What I can tell you though, some information that's just been fed across from our wonderful producer, Gold Eagle, has already put 45 points on the board this game.
Only.
Already.
I
wasn't like she's only put 45 points.
I was like, girl, give it girl a break. She's come a long way, baby.
Her arms are tired. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And as you can see on your screens, we are enjoying what we at home call a Mexican wave, but apparently around the world, it's just called the wave.
I love that while you were talking about it, it was just like, well, it's coming to us. We've obviously got to participate. And again...
Oh, Plastic Patrick not joining in the wave. It's too cool for school.
Yes, it is. Coming again.
Oh, not again. It's organised fun. I can't bear it.
My shirt is too tight for this.
Oh, not again, people. You've obviously all had some sweets and some sugar and some fizzy pops.
I'm impressed that this is still going.
For the love of anything, please, officials in the middle, wrap this up. Let us get back to the roller derby that we so want to see. Although I do enjoy seeing a crowd participation. Yes. I do love seeing everybody getting involved.
And I mean,
but we've been around 9 times now, so I feel that's enough. Let's have a look at Lauren Much instead.
And I mean, you wonderful folks at home, you can see just how packed this stadium is right now. I say stadium. This is one track of the entire venue, but we are filled to the rafters. I don't think we've even got standing room available right now. So we're back into the action, Cherry. What have we got?
Indeed. Lauren Much having a couple of shoulder hits there from Argentina, but they are no match for the Much as she is through once more as lead jammer. Her skating derby, whatever we want to call it, records must be pretty phenomenal.
It's definitely got to be up there.
She's like the Beatles of roller derby.
So this was a power jam start for USA Roller Derby with Manija starting in the penalty box from the previous jam. If you will recall, she is back on track now, however, but is stuck behind a rather impressive wall coming out of turn 1. Much also stuck on a wall. This is what happens when you've got two teams who are just at their absolute prime.
Indeed, and you saw Lacey Knight there coming in for offense. It's not very often you see Laura Much turning around asking for offense. Lacey Knight, they're doing a fantastic job of keeping everybody in play by calling the rest of the blockers forward. And you know, sometimes it's just those little tactics like that can turn a team from being pretty good to actually outstanding gameplay. And outstanding gameplay is what we're looking at right now, using our eyes and our hearts.
I do like that you did some hand signals to accompany that.
I like to do hand signals, even on the broadcast, because I feel that the internet people can still see me.
They definitely can.
Hiya.
Hi. We're back to it, and we've got Bonnie Thunders and Rajo as your active jammers for USA and Argentina, respectively.
Nice. I think is this the first time we've seen Rajo jamming for Argentina this afternoon? No, I just made that up.
I believe it's the second occasion with the star. Thank you for that confirmation there, Crimson. Thunders is through as your lead.
Is this the first time we've seen Bonnie Thunders jamming?
No.
All right. So really, I'm just joking.
Second time for both. Cheeky little star stash there from Rajo. Sees them through. Bonnie Thunders taken off on the outside, calling off the jam.
But WTF, the bench coach, they say call it off and come back home. The score for USA Roller Derby now is running away a little bit with 85 against 25 for Team Argentina. Let's cast our minds back to when we had those early jams where the score was a little bit closer. I am nervous for Argentina when I say they might be a little bit of a distant memory, but we've still got ages left of this game, kids. Ages.
Exactly. We're a quarter of the way through this game with only a 60-point differential. So there is still plenty of time for things to see how they play out, as cliched as that comment is.
A sport is full of cliches. Come on.
It is.
It's a two-ended game. No, that's not right. Two-halved game.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if we keep having Argentinian jammers emerging from the pack as quickly as they are, like Luzan just did then, and forcing these calls, then it's only a matter of time before they stop the ebb and flow. I mean, look, we saw the USA get lead very quickly, and another cheeky little star stash.
Gotta love Argentina and their cheeky star stash. Argentina, what they don't necessarily have in height, they make up for it in bounceability, agility. I am copyrighting that.
I like it.
For sure.
I like it a lot. So we've got Scald Eagle up on what's pretty much the pivot line now. Up against first time jamming today, I do believe, is 1953 Mad Flaca. Scald Eagle through as lead. And we've had a star pass. Star pass to number 95. That's Manija again with the star. However, Scald Eagle called it off before she made it to the pack. Now, folks, we can see that we have lost the visual on our feed, but we're going to assume that you can still hear us. So we're going to do this like old-time radio. So next up on the jammer line, we have number 26 for Argentina. That is Tropical Mechanica. And that is going to be number 77, Lauren Much, for USA.
Although if the people at home can't see, we could have just made it up.
We could have just made it up, but that's not how we roll.
We wouldn't do that to you. We know you're sat on the edge of your seats listening to this game, wanting to know what is going on. Lauren Much is pushed away to the front of the pack, and she is lead jammer once more on the S1Helmets.co track.
Okay, so we have had a star pass from Tropical Mechanica to number 45, Machelombera.
And that is points for Argentina. The crowd is going berserkers.
Very quick jam indeed. 2 points apiece on the board. We are looking into it. We do have our wonderful technicians taking a look at it. As I say, we're not sure if you wonderful people at home have lost visual. For all we know, you may not be able to hear us at all.
We could just be talking into space, but if you can see us, we do hope you're still enjoying this game as Roller Derby, as Bonnie Thunders is lead jammer for USA Roller Derby, and she is coming up against the pack of Argentinian blockers with some fantastic offense from the one and only Selson.
We have Rejo has the star helmet cover in her hand. It looked like she was going to go for another star pass, as we've seen previously Argentina doing with great effect, but got separated from her pivot, so now she's just trying again and again to break through that wall. But she is being recycled around turn 1 at the moment. Body Thunder's taking a massive hit coming out of turn 2, but the control that we know so well sees her staying inbounds and picking up the points.
So Bonnie Thunders with that jam has got USA Roller Derby to 104. That means that she has given that century a good old slap. Team Argentina with 27 points, really trying to make sure that they are in this game. 10 minutes just under remaining on the clock. We are still having a few technical difficulties, so we are trying to sort those out for you.
We have had it confirmed just now that we are still live with visual. So although we can't see on a screen, thankfully we are right track side, so we can keep telling you all about what's going on now.
So that does mean, though, ladies and gentlemen, we won't see when the replays are on, so apologies if we talk over them. But just enjoy them again and soak them in.
Absolutely.
Regardless of what we're waffling on about.
Yeah. So we have a lead jammer in the form of Satan's Little Helper for Team USA. Lulazan is trying to work through the pack as we speak for Team Argentina. And we've got a right old knees up on turn 1.
Good turn for lots of blocking going on.
And before we even get a chance to mention that we've had a star pass, Satan's Little Helper's called off the jam.
Oh, cheeky.
So this next jam will be brought to you, folks, by Roller Derby Shirt Club. Get a different shirt from a different Roller Derby league from around the world every month. Join the Roller Derby Shirt Club at rollerderbyshirtclub.com.
So the next jam, which is jam number 15, if you are interested, starts off with Scold Eagle using those lovely long legs to push herself to the front of the pack. But it is a track up for Scold Eagle. I am going to look at my fellows to see, is that the first jammer penalty we've had for Team USA? Second power jam for Team Argentina. The crowd are absolutely 100% behind them.
However,
tell them about it.
Mad Flacker picking up a cutting penalty, almost saying to Scold Eagle, I see your forearms, I raise you a cutting.
That's not how it works.
It's not how it works.
So now Scold Eagle's gone, I see you an apex jump past everybody. How can you better that?
But of course, jammers, they work in pairs, so it's going to be the same amount of time for each of them. So they will both be back on track right now, basically.
Pretty much. But Scold Eagle is round for more points as she's coming up to the back of the pack. Nice defensive work there from Argentina over in the corner that we can't see enough of. Scold Eagle not really been recycled, having a run-up, I think is fair to say. And a run-up past all of Argentina by one. Quick little shoulder check, run-up past them all.
So we've had Mad Flacher has been taken off and recycled by number 4. That's Jess Rivas. Scold Eagle taken off, coming in on the apex between turn 1 and 2. Recycled background almost to the pivot line.
She was, but yet again, she wasn't quite recycled. She goes for a run-up.
Nice reach round star pass there. Number 95, Manija, now your active jammer, but that jam reaching its natural conclusion.
Looks like Scold Eagle looked around, looked at the clock and thought, I'll just chill here for a sec. And of course she could have played defense if she needed to, which I would have personally loved to have seen.
So we've got just over 6 minutes remaining of this first half. Where has that time gone?
I know, right?
And we've got Team Argentina on 27 points and Team USA Roller Derby on 122. Lauren Much facing off against number 26, Tropical Macanaka.
And we've got our visuals back now, so we know we can see what you're looking at, which is exactly what we're looking at on the track. But it makes us feel a lot better that we're all media centered up. Massive shout out to Derby Duck and the rest of the production crew for helping us do this, for helping you to see this, if that makes sense.
I understand what you mean.
Thanks, Hen. I also understand that Lauren Much just took a massive hit there from Chinsiki for Argentina, but she's back up on her feet and she is still going. But Argentina's tripod of amazing blockers is holding her back. Lauren Much is on her knees. This is such a good defense from Argentina. But V-Diva, if you want someone to come in and help you, I would be hollering for V-Diva to come in and help me.
We are a minute and 5 seconds into this jam. We've not yet reached turn 3. We've had a penalty issued to Knight, number 33. And there's just penalties all over, and in-sub being issued in addition to number 35. And finally, with 35 seconds left on the clock, we have lead jammer.
I can barely hear a thing because the crowd in here, and rightly so, are absolutely going crazy for this jam.
Wow. Just wow. An absolutely phenomenal jam. Such tenacity from both jammers. And just absolute props to the Argentinian defense.
Argentina are still not letting USA Roller Derby be 100 points ahead of them. If they can keep this going, I don't have any stats in front of me, but I'm going to say that is pretty good going.
So we have lead jammer being assessed to Body Thunders due to a no pass, no penalty. Rejo is no. So it looks like we're going to have a bit of a conversation between one of our outside pack refs and Rejo's jammer ref. Looks like there may have been a penalty issued. Let's take another look at the start of this jam. This may give us some explanation.
Not sure if that replay is about the penalty that was being assessed, but the Argentinian jammer is sat down in the penalty box, unfortunately next to two of her blockers. So Argentina have got a full house in the box, and USA Roller Derby have a full house on the track, with Satan's Little Helper taking the lead.
Yeah, Satan's Little Helper making short work of that two-wall pack. Argentina currently with two blockers standing and one seated in the penalty box. So there is just one blocker left on the track. Okay, and so penalty marks as we near the end of this first half. We have Team USA Roller Derby on 12 penalties. Argentina doubled that on 24. We do have an official review being called by Argentina.
So as always, once we have the information about that official review, we will relay that to you. But in the meantime, my dear,
this official review brought to you by Cheese Balls Bearings. Cheese Balls Bearings are washed, dried, oiled, sealed and spun by hand to ensure that every bearing comes out of the package smooth and ready to roll, except no substitutes.
Sounds good to me. We are still waiting on the information about that official review. Team USA currently on the scoreboard. USA Roller Derby have 130 to Team Argentina's 27. So they have just pipped that over the 100 mark point.
So if we have a look at our lead points, we've got lead scoring jammer for USA is Scald Eagle on 48 points. and lead scoring for Argentina is Manija with 13 points.
Nice.
If you recall, last time we gave you an update on Scald Eagle, I believe she was on 45 points that she'd scored. So Scald Eagle not having as much success as she has perhaps previously experienced. I mean, she still looks incredibly happy to be on track.
Yeah, and she's not really looking like, tired or in need of a blankie. Like, I think she's got a few more jams left in her. You looked at me funny then. I meant like a blanket. A blankie?
I definitely heard something else.
Okay. Blanket. Or slanket, the one with the armholes.
I do like a good slanket.
I also like a good jam, and we are about to see a power jam as Argentina are pretty much all back in the penalty box, unfortunately. Scald Eagle just has one blocker to get past. But Rayo is out of the penalty box as the Argentinian jammer. Cover is off, but there is no pivot on the track at the moment as she sat down in the penalty box as Scald Eagle comes round, a massive smile on her face, ready to snatch up some more Argentinian points.
So just a quick update for you on that official review as well. Argentina were looking for a blocking out of play penalty to be issued on USA's jammer in the previous jam.
Yep.
It was determined that there was no illegal contact made, so no call stands and they lose their official review. But right now, Scald Eagle is laying down the moves to get through the pack.
I think she heard that you said she hadn't scored enough points for your liking. Like, are you not entertained? Look at these points I'm offering to you. Look, here she comes, offering them to you.
I promise you, Scald, I am thoroughly entertained.
As I hope you all are at home, my dears. If you are watching in the UK and possibly the rest of Europe, you are probably not at work now. You're not having to watch this on a little screen while pretending to do end-of-year reports. Watch it in your living room. Get yourself some din-dins, and I really hope you are entertained by this fantastic World Cup roller derby here in Manchester, UK.
I mean, this is going to be the biggest weekend for a lot of people in the roller derby community, isn't it?
It really is. And, massive hit there from Papap on Scald Eagle. But Scald Eagle still looks as chuffed as anything.
That was a massive jam for Scald Eagle. 33-point jam, which is going to be the highest scoring jam we've had so far this game.
And that jam might well take us into half-time, but it would have done, except USA Roller Derby have decided to call an official review, and someone in the crowd decided to get a vuvuzela out. Sports, ladies and gentlemen, sports.
Sports. Speaking of sports...
Are you going to do the segue that I just think you're going to do? Oh, this is smooth.
It would be smoother if I had the paperwork ready.
Just go with it, make it up.
Speaking of sports, if you are coming to attend this weekend during the Roller Derby World Cup 2018 here at Event City in Manchester, UK,
yes,
make sure you head over to the Roller Derby City stand because they have a new collection of colours available in their now infamous sports sweatshirts. We have jade, lilac, and a couple of other colours available, so make sure you head over to them in Vendor Village or go online to rollerderbycity.com.
I'm really sorry to correct you, but it's double threat skates who do those tops.
Yes.
Get out.
I apologise.
That is okay.
Succinctly.
You have been dazzled by the jamming display, and I did create a segue you weren't ready for. So I will take 2% of the blame.
Sounds fair. Sounds fair.
But Roller Derby City, of course, are a vendor here today. We have Double Threat Skates are a vendor here today. There are so many things to come and purchase. So if you are coming along this weekend, raid that piggy bank, come along. That said, a lot of places are accepting PayPal.
Yes.
So all you need is a phone.
Do we have supporters from Team Argentina here?
Shut the Fred Up is getting the crowd in the house all whipped up and excited.
Like they need any help.
I know, right? So looks like we are going to have one more jam of this half. And I will soon be updated with the official review information, which Snuggins will have for you in just a second, as I can tell you that Lauren Much thought that a penalty had been assessed to her, and it has been assessed to a little bit of confusion there. Lauren Much is going for a quick sit down in the penalty box. What was that official review about?
That official review, so USA were looking for a low block penalty to be called on Argentina's jammer, because as they got knocked out of bounds, they knocked a USA blocker down, which did happen. It was determined that was the case, so that penalty was issued. So that's how this jam started in a power jam for USA. And then obviously Much has picked up that elbows penalty, so we've had a jammer switcheroo. And by the looks of things, Much, I do believe, has just picked up, I think it was an illegal procedure. So we believe it was an illegal procedure for exiting the box early, and has had to resit, giving the opportunity to Argentina to try and make an impact in this jam. We have had a star pass. I am unable to see who is now in possession of the star, as they are behind a wall of America.
It is Temis who is now jamming for Team Argentina, coming up against a horrendous wall. I say horrendous in the nicest possible way. A horrendously fabulous strong wall of USA roller derby blockers.
Much is back on track, but is really looking like she's having a bit of a struggle against the Argentine wall at the front. And heading to the penalty box now is Temis. That's what, 5 penalties this jam?
This jam has been like penalty palooza. Much calls it off, and we go into the half time.
Wow. So that may have been one of the most action-packed jams we've had this half. No points. Nothing on the board.
But a lot of penalties, unfortunately. So it is the perfect time to have a half-time. If you at home have got a little bit too excited and caused some penalties, then why not chill out, get a cup of tea, and then take a few selfies, send them in to us, because we want to see them. Hashtag roller, no, don't hashtag that. Hashtag roller derby World Cup 2018. Tag in Rainy City, tag in the World Cup, tag in. Cherry, you obviously need a cup of tea.
Yes.
We'll come back to you in 15 minutes.
And folks, we are back.
Oh, good entrance there, hun. And you can just see our beautiful volunteers just finishing up their tasks of clearing up the track. Do give them a round of applause at home, because they really are making this event pretty amazing.
Seriously, like I know we talk a lot about a lot of things, but in all seriousness, the volunteers are making this event happen. They do everything that you don't really think about.
Yeah, like someone has literally restocked the coffee in our room, which I think about all the time.
Yeah.
There are people sat by the door checking tickets. There are people cleaning the track. And a lot of these volunteers have come from Rainy City Roller Derby. A lot of these volunteers have literally just applied, got accepted because they want to be part of something amazing.
Yeah.
And from that point of view, then they absolutely have been, because we are just at the halfway point. I could go into a Bon Jovi song, but no one wants to hear me sing, at least not myself, because I'd sound horrendous. But we are halfway through of this Roller Derby World Cup, and it has been amazing.
So while we have been sitting here looking adoringly at the incredible audience, and what bigging up our volunteers, our fab producer, Crimson Alchemia, or CAC. So if you hear us say CAC, we're not being offensive.
We're not being horrible.
We're not being rude. he has encouraged us to refer to him as CAC, has gone and done a penalty check for us. So the most common penalties that are being seen for USA are forearms penalties.
Oh, that's a very cherry favourite, that is. Yes, me and Team USA.
Is that the cherry special?
Sorry, I'm sorry about myself now. What an idiot.
And the most common penalties for Argentina are cuts from blockers and direction of gameplay.
When it's cut from blockers, do you think that maybe some of this is a lot because Argentina are the absolute kings and queens of star pass? So maybe it's the pivot coming back and the little star pass rigmarole that you have?
Very possible.
If you are trying to show maybe some of your newer leagues about star passing, show them some clips of Argentina because, they could do, you know, that thing where you like blow your shoulder, like
brush it off.
I don't know what I'm doing. Blow your shoulder.
Which I can't actually do because my shirt is that taut across my broad shoulders.
Is that because it's Tropical Friday?
Yes.
If you can see us on the live feed, it is Tropical Friday.
I believe that the audience did get a brief shot of us a minute ago when you were talking about Bon Jovi.
Send it to John.
Jerry, back on task. We're starting with a power jam in favour of USA. 163 plays 27. Bonnie Thunders is your lead jammer.
Straight through, showing why Bonnie Thunders is one of the most loved roller derby jammers in the planet, on the planet, in the planet. She can be in it. She could probably jam through the planet.
Beautiful work, offensive work from Maki Lombera, number 45. And again, really slowing down Bonnie Thunders as she comes around on that scoring pass. Of course, some nice transitional work there as well.
Beautiful work there from Bonnie Thunders, but now the rest of Team Argentina are back on track, trying to create a wall to hold her down, but this is Bonnie Thunders, and I don't think she's going to be held back for long. But she is being held at the front of the pack from some beautiful work from Argentina, but she is still trucking around, trying to get some more points so that USA Roller Derby can go back to the hotel with a win in hand, which I'm sure they have done many times.
So we're just checking things for you folks. We can see that the stream that we are working from to commentate from has frozen. So we're going to again work on the assumption that it is the same for you. So we're going to try and be as descriptive as possible. We have had a star pass for Team Argentina. Maje Lombera, now your active jammer. And Bonnie Thunders really having some struggles through the pack. Argentina really pulling in very close coming into turn 2. Bonnie Thunders finally managing to come through the pack to pick up a 5-point pass.
You say Bonnie Thunders having some trouble there, but honestly, she has got. She looks like she's as chilled as anything. As we have had a star pass for Team Argentina once more. So we see the star is in the hands of number 45. So that is the end of the jam there, and we can see Team Argentina with, I think they're just about to update the scoreboard, so I will hold my tongue for a second. We're just, again, double checking one or two of these technical issues we feel that might be happening at the moment. So the score is USA Roller Derby with 185 points, ever closer to that double century. And Team Argentina with 27, as Lauren Much and Tropical Mecana? I'm going to call it
Mechanica.
Thank you. Are on the track as your jammers. USA having a little bit of penalty trouble, which means that Argentina leads jammer, and the crowd are very much appreciative of this.
I do believe that is lead jammer for the very first time in this game, and we still don't have an initial pass completed by Lauren Much as the pack moves steadily around to turn 2.
This is some fantastic work from Team Argentina as we see our lovely tropical jammer coming through and grabbing some more points, while Laura Much doing what Laura Much does, but pretty much on the back foot in this jam.
So we have one natural Grand Slam in the bag. as Tropical Mechanica heads to the penalty box for a multiplayer block.
Oh, that means you don't see those on jammers very often, but it does mean now that we are back to a Lauren Much jammer masterclass as she is twisting that body around number 138. That is Alba as the last line of defense for Argentina. Now there's a man coming over just to check our wires, so excuse us if we get slightly distracted. Normally we're distracted by the amazing jamming skills of USA Roller Derby, but right now we've been distracted a little bit by our technical problems, but hopefully we can be as descriptive as Snook said of this game to you. Both jammers are on the track.
Yeah,
both jammers have had points, I believe, out of this jam.
They have indeed. We are still held. Look, I'm not even going to finish that. Lauren Much coming round on the second straightaway, picking up a Grand Slam pass. Meanwhile, Tropical Mechanica in the midst of the pack, picking up the full 4 points before that jam ran for its full 2 minutes. So with 25 minutes and change remaining on this period clock, we have Team Argentina on 36 points, Team USA Roller Derby on 199, and that's going to see Tropical Mechanica picking up a penalty in the dying seconds of that last jam, meaning Scold Eagle is going to start this next jam on a power jam.
Again, a little bit like Bonnie Thunders, or to be honest, all of USA Roller Derby, and they don't need a power jam. But it does mean that the fans here at Event City in Manchester, thank courtesy of Rainy City Roller Derby, get to see what they want, and what they want to see is Scold Eagle doing what Scold Eagle does best, bashing blockers out the way, showing people how to use their jamming prowess to its full potential.
Scold Eagle coming up against a solid 2-wall from Argentina.
I really hope you can see this on your screens because that was amazing work from Argentina. It has cost them a multi-payer block, which they're going to have to be really careful of because I do believe Argentina's penalties are much worse than Team USA.
Yeah, they definitely amassed a significant amount more. We've got Tropical Mechanica back on track. We've got the start cover held in hand as she comes round to turn 4.
But also coming round Team 4 is Scold Eagle, so batten down the hatches is what I have to say for that.
Scold Eagle through with that natural Grand Slam pass as Tropical Mechanica is still pushing against a phenomenal 3-wall. Tried a little bit of the fifth blocker action, and it was the smallest of cuts. Smallest of cuts for Mechanica. Was trying to come along the inside line coming out of turn 4. Got just shifted off balance by the USA blockers and set wheels down on the infield. And then continued along. It wasn't a full stepping out of bounds, but those wheels went down, and that's going to be where the cut came from. So we're going to have a second consecutive power jam start to USA, and that's going to be number 3, Sentinel Helper with the start for USA Roller Derby.
And we are going into a quick official timeout, I believe this is, while the official things happen. Why don't you do some beautiful reading?
Thank you. This official timeout is brought to you by Sucker Punch Skate Shop. As Europe's original derby-owned and devoted skate shop, Sucker Punch is dedicated to helping you with honest advice to find exactly what you need and more. Our technical know-how and expertise is unrivaled, as is our availability of your favorite gear and the fast shipping we offer throughout Europe. Visit us at suckerpunchskateshop.com.
Try not to hit yourself.
I'll try.
It looks like this official review is taking a little bit longer than usual. We're not 100% sure what's going on in the official review.
Timeout.
Oh, that just proves I really don't know what's going on. I don't know what the words are anymore.
It has been a very long day here, folks. And I think something I never fully appreciated is just how exhausting noise can be. There's been a lot of it today.
There has, but it's been all very positive.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all been very in the sports personshipness of roller derby, and it's just fantastic. If you could hear, I know we've talked about it earlier, if you could hear the Welsh crowd singing for their blockers and their jammers earlier. It could bring a tear to your eye, just as many other teams have done today. And just as we've got now. Thank you, crowd, for filling in as I speak.
Tropical Mechanica coming out of the penalty box, back on track and jumping that apex of turn 1 to complete the initial pass and force that call off. That brought joy to my eyeballs.
And what is bringing joy to my very eyeballs is that it looks like we almost are starting with a full complement of skaters. Team Argentina have won, but they're stood up in the box.
Yeah.
So in less than 10 seconds, they'll be joining us on track.
And they will be doing what they can. There you go, instantly almost, to help Rejo try and get out of the penalty, out of the pack, and to prevent Satan's little helper. We have lost the pivot for USA.
Tracy Akers has gone for a quick sit down. As we see both packs doing what you would normally see in roller derby games, a tripod of blockers and one jammer being held. But Satan's little helper refuses to be that jammer being held, and she has burst out of the pack as we're now having a pivot switcheroo in the penalty box. Argentina, you really got to clean up these penalties. We do not want to start seeing foul outs with 20 minutes left to go on the game.
I do believe we have already had a foul out. I've seen a skater in the crowd with helmet and kit. I didn't catch the number. I do apologise about that. So Argentina already a skater down.
Are you sure she hasn't just visited one of our lovely vendors and bought some new kit?
Yes.
Okay then. If chances are, then she's found out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So another 10-point jam sees Team USA on 230 points, Team Argentina on 36. Just over 20 minutes remaining of this game.
5 seconds called by our lovely officials in the middle of the track. You think we're going a bit tired and nuts because we're sitting here talking about roller derby. They've been having to officiate it with their sharp brains and wit. We just have to waffle on, so many props to them for sure. And many props to Lauren Much, who does exactly what I'm sure a lot of leagues call, I'll just Lauren Much it if I can, which means leg it, get it through, call it off, back to the bench, cup of tea. Cup of tea is optional.
I'm learning so much this weekend.
I'm not necessarily saying that we do that at CCR, Central City Roller Girls, but I've heard people say it.
I'm taking the phrase, we're going to Lauren Much it back to my home league.
Do it. And then let's have a rematch.
Indeed. So it looks like we've had ourselves another foul out for Team Argentina. Number 1980, Hooker. We've just a switch out in the penalty box. So smooth and seamlessly run by our officials. So we're back into a new jam. Scald Eagle is your lead jammer with 1953. Mad Flaka as your jammer for Argentina. My apologies, but may that be the smoothest and subtlest star pass I've ever seen? No.
I'm glad you've answered your own question there. I'm glad we've got to the conclusion of that. Scald Eagle coming into the inside of the track, but she's been held off by, it looks like about 10 of Argentina on the track holding her down. So God bless the 4 of them that are holding her back, as the rest of USA Roller Derby are recycling a Mad Flecker to the back of the pack as she's got the jammer cover in hand.
They may be 5 of the hardest fought points that Scald Eagle has put on the board this game so far.
Lovely recycling again from Team Argentina. Scald Eagle having a little joke with somebody there. I'm not sure what that's about, but I mean, you're 200 points ahead. You can afford to stop and have a little joke with someone if you wish.
I mean, and ultimately, as competitive as this is, I'm going to interrupt myself because we've had a star pass, and that is number 45, Maje Lombera, as your active jammer for Argentina, but the jam has been called.
And it looks like Argentina have suffered another penalty at the end of that jam. I think that is that Mad Falaka again going for a sit down?
So we are going to start pack advantage. USA, 4 blockers, plays 3.
Look at the seriousness on those faces. We are now back having a screen so we can see what you guys at home are seeing. This serious game face there. There's a meme to be made out of that screenshot for sure.
Tropical with the star for Argentina up against Bonnie Thunders.
Oh, game face Thunders.
Game face Thunders indeed. Thunders is your lead jammer. Tropical has removed the helmet cover. Looks like she was trying to go for the star pass, but was separated from her pack.
Bonnie Thunders showing that game face has got its uses, which of course we knew it would have. She's back round for another handful of points. But more penalties are being assessed. I just about got that word out. Luckily for Argentina, it is Sarelson from USA Roller Derby who's having a little sit down in the penalty box. But Bonnie Thunders has just whipped herself around all of Argentina to grab some more points and called it off. That is textbook Bonnie Thunders. And what is also textbook Bonnie Thunders, and I really hope you saw that on your screen then, was Bonnie taking a second to high-five the rest of Argentina that were on the track with her. For a jammer of that caliber to be so sports personally like is absolutely amazing to see. I'm doing big hand movements because I'm over emotional as usual.
You're gesticulating.
I'm just excited. I'm as excited as that guy waving the Argentinian flag over there as he has done the whole game.
He's pretty happy. So as we move into this next jab, we can see that Argentina haven't actually scored anything for the last 6 jabs. USA have been playing a lot of the hit it and quit it and being very dominating in the pack as we know them to do so well. Let's have a look, see if number 7, Reo, is able to make a change to that tide.
Oh, good wording.
Thank you.
Sarelson is out of the penalty box and I am scared for Argentina as she's coming in with some big hits. I just love watching this. And I just love watching how Argentina are 100% not giving up. They are hopefully enjoying this game as much as we are, giving it their absolute all, but unfortunately a touch more penalty trouble as Argentina's pivot is having a sit down in our penalty box on our lovely S1 Helmets Co track in lovely Manchester, courtesy of Rainy City Roller Derby.
Satan's little helper through with a grand slam pass. We still have Rejo pushing into the back. Beautiful sweep around the outside. Sees helper through for another 5. Just the tenacity of the Argentinian squad is absolutely phenomenal. They've had an incredibly busy week since they arrived in the UK middle of last week. They've played our hosts, Rainy City. They were over in Dublin this past weekend, playing 2x4 on the Saturday and as Argentina on the Sunday. They had a phenomenal weekend there as well. And I know they've had a couple of other bits and pieces. I know they've been to see Middlesbrough Milk Rollers. And just incredibly busy schedule. And I think although they're not having the most ideal game here against USA, I think it still shows a lot there are some really beautiful moments.
Yes, indeed.
Which show just how well drilled they are. And I think it's more the enormity of the opponent they're facing.
Word.
Thank you. I consumed a thesaurus last night. More the enormity of the opponent they're facing than them themselves.
I really do think when they watch some of these games back, and let's not forget their World Cup is far from over.
Oh, yeah.
This is only the second day. They will look back with such good vibes for the games that they've been playing, the things that they've been doing. As I've said before, if you want to teach anybody about star passing, you get them a video, VCR if you will, of Team Argentina and have a look at how they do it.
Other forms of data sharing are available and still functioning.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what? Carrier pigeon.
DVD. How would a carrier pigeon demonstrate this?
This
that we're seeing here on the replay. How would a carrier pigeon do that?
It just pick up the laptop and take it.
I see the angle that you're going for.
I said take it like I'm common. Take
it.
it. We are in England.
Or, as Kat has just said, science.
Oh, there's always one nerd. It's not nerdy, kids, to be good at science or
Definitely
anything.
not.
Otherwise, you'll end up like Berry Cherry.
Scald Eagle through as your lead jammer.
She defies science.
She is science.
Oh, my brain is just fried yet again. What is science? It's Scald Eagle. That's all you need, kids, to pass your GCSEs.
Star Stash for Mad Flacker sees her through the pack. Scald Eagle calling the jam, however, full 5 in the sky.
Oh, the dude with the Argentinian flag is still going strong. Oh, he swapped arms.
Oh,
but
understandable.
he didn't let his flag waving stride suffer. And that is the tenacity we've been talking about for Team Argentina. Not only are the skaters on track doing it, but their fans as well. And I believe we're going to have a little timeout for Team Argentina. And the man has put his flag down to respect the timeout.
Reserve the energy. This team timeout brought to you by Strong Athletic. At Strong Athletic, we believe that athleticism and strength are so much more than what is seen in the mainstream. What's your Strong Athletic story? Share at strongathletic.com.
I thought you were actually asking me then. I was like,
what is your Strong Athletic story?
I mean, like, I'll do lift, bro. I have been to a gym. And
I'm familiar with this gym you speak of.
Gym from Neighbours. Oh, we were told not to do local jokes, sorry. Jim was in Neighbours. Shut up, Jerry, no one cares.
I'm not being funny, but
shut up.
Neighbours is set in Australia. It's not exactly local.
Yeah,
I think other people will have seen Neighbours.
If you have seen Neighbours, please send me a tweet so I don't A, get sacked or look like an idiot.
Feel free to tweet me at Snoogans37. I have... I can relay that to you. I'm now terrified to be inundated with tweets about Neighbours.
Just tag it Jerry69 and I'll get it.
Fresh Jam equals Fresh Jam as Bonnie Thunders and Tropical Mechanica up right in the thick of things, actually. Quite a snug pack we've got going on.
But we have got a penalty being called, and it is once more one of Argentina, number 35, Correa, taking a sit down in the penalty box, being swapped out for Sexy Lady, obviously for the opposing team. And lead is given to Ms. Thunders. Argentinian flag man is back. I feel safe. I feel like things are normal again.
Reinstate the status quo. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for him all weekend now.
I am. He's going to be my totem.
We've had ourselves a star pass. Team Argentina now moving back into this. However, Tropica Mache Lombera shut down once again within 20 feet of the pack.
So USA roller derby look like they are ever closer to slapping the triple century. But let's not forget, in the Wales game, which we saw earlier, they did get to the quad century. That's 400.
Cuatro.
Which is how many hours I would like to sleep tonight.
That would be pretty glorious.
Or just 4 will do.
Yeah.
Look out for my TripAdvisor on my rancid hotel I'm staying in.
So we have a new jam in action. We have Santa's Little Helper and Rejo. Rejo currently stuck in another 3-wall, being controlled by Baller Shot Caller.
And Lacey Knight literally doing squats as she takes down the jammer for Argentina. I don't even think she realizes she just did that amazing hit. Those are some legs that did that. I think there must be something on the track over there. Maybe one of our fantastic volunteers might need to come on and have a look at that, because we are seeing quite a spillage going on over there on this fantastic track here, brought to you by S1helmets.co.
I think it's probably a combination of it is a shiny concrete floor and it's been a very long day of roller derby.
It really has.
USA once again in control of that jab. picking up the 5 points and calling it off. Another 4 being added to that from that last scoring pass. Brings us to 2.96, plays 3-6, 8 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock.
And it looks like for the first time in a little while, please don't let me jinx this with the announcer's curse, we have everybody in roller derby on the track. And we also have, oh, hang on a sec, what is now going on? I should never have cursed this. It looks like perhaps the Lauren Murch and Scold Eagle were kind of having a little dance around with which jammer was going to start.
Yep, and then they ended up with no jammer fully on track. So that's going to be classed as not fielding a jammer. I believe this means a delay of game penalty will be issued, so the captain will serve that penalty.
But we will wait until we've had 100% clarification on that. Laura Much and Scold Eagle are still stood on the track. Ladies, one of you, it's not going to the toilet. We go one at a time.
You can use the facilities in any which way you see fit. You don't feel that Cherry is policing you in that fashion.
I am not at all. What I'm saying is, let's just have one jammer apiece on the track.
Yes, please.
Let's save the dancer for the after party.
Indeed. Although I think I'm probably just going to be sat in the corner. Are we going to see it? Yes, we are. And the crowd literally goes wild. Lula Zan not just picking up the second lead jammer for Argentina in this game, but follows it up with a natural Grand Slam pass with Scold Eagle still trapped in the pack.
But Scold Eagle, bless her, has just skated past us. Massive smile on her face.
Oh, that was glorious. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit excited here. That was incredible footwork from Lula Zan, taking hit after hit, but maintaining inbounds upright. Twirling, forever twirling. I'm sorry, folks. I don't know what's come over me.
Twirling.
You talk, Cherry. You talk.
Fantastic jam in there from Team Argentina. Absolutely riling the crowd up in the most spectacular way. Scold Eagle still going on. Massive smile beaming on her face. Even though Argentina did pop a few points on the scoreboard over her, but amazing display of roller derby right in front of us as Team Argentina are now on 45 points, playing to USA roller derby's 304.
And it was right in front of us.
Yeah, that's why we got super more excited.
It was on turn 4, so I was all like, hey, Lord.
I really hope you can hear the crowd cheering because it's so beautiful to hear this sound.
So that's a beautiful thing to see on the board, folks. 13 points apiece in that jam. Let's take another look.
Oh,
I want to see it. No, I was too busy talking. I missed the action replay. You saw it at home. You knew what happened.
Get your carrier pigeon to rewind it for you and have a look. But even though we are so excited from that jam, the roller derby train continues as we see, thank you for the sound effects, we see fantastic defense there from Tracy Akers, but Lauren Much has gone for a sit down in the penalty box, which means Team Argentina have got full opportunity to take advantage of this by getting their jammer through. There are skaters literally lying on the track, but no one is giving up. Slady has been held at the back of the pack. Argentina are ramrodding their way in for offense, but we are still to see a lead jammer called, and we are all sort of secretly hoping that it is Argentina who get that lead jammer.
Very Cherry, that was some really interesting terminology there. I don't think I've ever heard anyone refer to anything as ramrodding in roller derby. You heard it here first, folks, on the S1helmet.co track at the Roller Derby World Cup 2018 in Manchester, England. Oh, that was amazing.
It was amazing, and what was amazing is Laura Much got hit out, but she knows roller derby like the back of her skates, and she knows that she was safe to come back on track. No pass, no penalty. Quick nod to the Liquor and Split, who is your shadow coach over here right next to us, and carries on trucking.
I'm aware that's not the noise trucks make. It's not been that long. So we do have Mache Lombera still trying on that initial. Had received the star pass early in the jam.
Again, we just went a little bit silent because we're just absolutely loving watching this. Lacey Knight, massive hit there to Argentina's jammer. But she is going for a little sit down in the penalty box. Also, not in too much penalty trouble for Team USA, but Knight does pick up a forearm as we come into the last 4 minutes of this game. And what a game it has been, boys and girls and gerbils.
Wow. I need to find a new adjective for amazing things, because I've said wow an awful lot this weekend, but I'm yet to find another word that...
I think we need to find a words buffet.
Yes.
And get gobbling.
Yeah.
Nom, 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 nom.
This next jam sees Bonnie Thunders facing off against Tropical Mechanica, who has just passed the start to number 95, Manija. Although that looks like it may have been an illegal star, that's going to be a misconduct penalty issued to one of Argentina's blockers.
Was that because she made contact with the referee?
Yes.
Oh, we know it was absolutely, from our point of view, non-intentional. There was a massive sort of scrum happening over here, but the altercation did happen, so you got to go and serve the time. And Thunders comes absolutely thundering through the pack. No problems whatsoever. Doesn't even look like she's breaking a sweat. I'm pretty sure she's going to go home tonight and go, do you know what? Those Argentinian blockers were a little bit of trouble. Dear diary. I'm pretty sure she writes a diary. Lots of love, Bonnie.
Okay, so just a little bit of clarification for you folks. I didn't want to say anything until I was 100% certain, but I have just seen our head ref for this game, Righteous Oxide, head to the penalty box and communicate. I'm not saying I can read lips, but he's clarified what it was that I was believing. Our jammer for Argentina, Tropical Mechanica, who made that avoidable contact, what was classed as the avoidable contact with an official. There is no longer in the not the most recent, but the one before that update of the WFTDA rule set, that is no longer a penalty. Avoidable contact with an official is instantly a gross misconduct and will see you ejected from the game. So Tropical will have served her penalty time, but is standing next to the box because she is now no longer part of gameplay.
And that is such a shame. As I said, I'm absolutely not deliberating with the rules, but it's such a shame for Argentina to get such a penalty assessed to them. But they're the rules. That's what we signed up to play for. That is what WFTDA give us. And let's have a look at the replay.
Yeah, so it's that beautiful toast-up work that we keep talking about from USA that makes it look so easy. I mean, we're not saying that it is. Argentina have put on an incredible display and have really fought incredibly hard and have really made USA work for everything they picked up today. But it is footwork like that we saw in the replay that makes it just that little bit easier to rack up scores like we're seeing.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got Bonnie Thunders as your jammer, if you've got Saint Soa Helper as your jammer, hey, if you put any of those the USA roller derby players out as your jammer, I'm pretty sure you're going to get some good results. But as I said before, I think some of these USA roller derby players will be going home, writing in their journals, dear diary, didn't realise some of these teams were as good as they are. Hats off to them, helmets off to them. I'm absolutely not saying that USA have underestimated their opponents at all. What I'm certainly suggesting is that perhaps For the more untrained eye, you just expect the USA to absolutely steamroll everything, but there are some upsets here, ladies and gentlemen. And as I said before, whoa, we're only halfway there.
Indeed, and this is the highest points scored against USA so far this weekend. I would hazard a guess to say that this may be the highest scored points total. I think this has probably topped the total points scored. Kak's going to have a look for us. So we are back into it. 1 minute 23 left on the period clock. And we've got Rejo jamming against Satan's Little Helper.
You have basically got an old school tripod at the front, tripod at the back, and the two pivots just kind of bridging each other, hedging their bets to see who's allowed to go forward. We've got Akers there, keeping the pack, but it is Satan's Little Helper, Satan's Little Helmet, I didn't even to say, who is lead jammer once more for USA Roller Derby, who will be helping to take their score way past the 3.5 mark. That's 350. This is the last game of the day, I believe, here at beautiful Event City in Manchester. There may be, one or two games just finishing around the same time, but this is certainly the last game we are going to see here on the S1 Helmet Co track.
I'm going to give a quick little shout out to the very wonderful Ruby Cat of Nottingham. I've just received a message saying everybody needs good neighbours.
Yes.
So that's going to be my Twitter feed and Facebook Messenger for the next week, isn't it? However, on track and infinitely more importantly than my sufferings on social media, we've had a star pass. And that is the final jam, folks. We did suspect that was going to be the case with the period clock, as it was when the jam started. Just absolutely incredible stuff. Both teams playing phenomenally, as we've seen already this weekend. And Argentina should be enormously proud of that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are, as my fabulous co-host said, we are still waiting. And as I said the final score has now been confirmed. Team Argentina should be so very proud of themselves with 49 points on the board. USA Roller Derby, again, so proud of themselves. 361 points on the board. That is your final score for our final game here at the Roller Derby World Cup here in Manchester, brought to you by Rainy City Roller Derby.
We do hope that you've had a fantastic day. Day here, day two. Folks, we've got our laps of honours going round, but we would like very much to pass you across to our in-studio crew, who will be doing a wrap-up of today's action. So, from myself here at Snoogans,
I'm Very Cherry.
We are going to pass over to the wonderful Brom and our tournament head announcer Val Capone for today's wrap-up show. Thank you very much. Good night.
See you later.